Good morning, and welcome to the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living, out here on Airport Boulevard at 4 Points by Sheraton. Oh, such a beautiful day, and so glad you're here so we can prepare ourselves for being open and available to what will follow, which is the service. But we always start first with a meditation. And the way we start is I'm going to do a quick reading, and then we will have some music and some quiet meditation for about 15 minutes. So get comfortable in your chair, wiggle around, whatever you need to do to be able to take a deep breath and arrive here at this moment. Marcus Aurelius said, "What you throw on top of a fire is fuel for the fire." And this is just a talk by Pak Den. Every problem you'll ever encounter in life will either make you worse or better, depending on your mindset. Problems will never go away as long as you are alive and breathing. However, you get to decide how you respond to those problems. You can develop the mindset of, this is going to make me better. It happened for a reason, and I'm not going to let this stop me. This mindset shift can literally change your life and how you perceive the bad things that happen. It's called the art of loving whatever happens to you. It's like a mantra that you have to practice every day. You have to cultivate it. You have to repeat it to yourself like a mantra. The more you practice the mindset, the better you become at seeing obstacles as opportunities to improve yourself. The practice of loving what happens, not just accepting, not just tolerating, but leaning into it. If you are in a tough place financially, use that time you have to develop new skills. Start reading and learning about what you found interesting. If you love writing, start a blog and develop a habit of writing every day. Use whatever happened to you as fuel and become better because of it. Going from this is for me. I chose this. I want it this way, and it's the best that has ever happened to me. I will become better because of this, and it will never stop me from becoming the best version of myself. When the computer eats the manuscript you've been working on, say, I love it. When you're stuck in traffic, you say, I love it. When you're criticized on Twitter or Instagram, say, I love it. When your boss calls you out, I love it. I will be better for having this happen to me. The mindset gives you power and opportunity instead of using a victim mindset to solve your problems. It's okay to be scared, but don't be afraid. Use whatever happens to you as fuel to become better. You will become better for it. You are improved by it. Amor fati, I'm going to make the most of it. I'm not going to let this happen. Stop me. I adopted this mindset because there's no alternative when something bad happens in your life. I embrace the challenge. I love the challenge because it will make me better. Having a victim mindset will never, ever help you in any situation in life. So why make the situation worse when you can use what happened to you as fuel to become better? Next time something happens to you, learn not only to accept it, but love and embrace it. Nothing is going to stop you. It can only make you better. So knowing that that is the truth, that it is up to us to turn whatever we're presented with into helping us on our journey to become the best version of ourselves. I ask you just to get quiet, take this into meditation, and see what comes up for you. So as the music fades, slowly come back into your space, into awareness, holding on to the truth that this glorious day is yours to make it what you will. And that if something shows up that's unexpected, not the way you wanted, not what you had planned, know that this is a divine appointment that always serves us for our greatest and highest good. Thank you for being part of this, for preparing our space and yourself, and we will see you very quickly at 10:15.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. You gotta let it all go. And this is what you Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. You gotta let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let go. Let the Spirit run my life and my heart is open. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. No more strife. With my faith I see the light. I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Oh yeah. Come on. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just wanna shout. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just wanna shout. One life living is you and me. One life light shining, it's you and me. One love, loving, it's you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living, it's you and me. One light shining, it's you and me. One love, loving, it's you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. Oh yeah. Come on. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just wanna shout. One life living is you and me. One light shining is you and me. One love loving is you and me. 'Cause God is all there is.
We're going to get things started off today with an old classic 70s song. I encourage all of you to jump in. You will know it. Well, I could just sit around making music all day long. Long as I'm making music, I know I can't do nobody wrong. And who knows, maybe someday I'll come up with a song that makes people want to stop the fussing and fighting just long enough to sing along. I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love. Music is love, love is music, if you know what I mean. People who believe in music are the happiest people I've ever seen. So clap your hands, stamp your feet, play your tambourine. Lift your voices to the sky. God loves you when you sing. I believe in music. I believe in love. Sing it to me, children. I believe in music. I believe in love. Music is the universal language and love is the key to brotherhood, peace, and understanding and living in harmony. So take your brother by the hand and sing along with me. Find out what it really means to feel young and rich and free. Everybody sing, I believe in music. I believe in love. Sing it to me, children. I believe in music. I believe in love. Come on, let's clap. I believe in music. I believe in love. Sing it to me, children. I believe in music. I believe in love. Thank you.
Everyone, welcome to the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living and our Sunday celebration service. Whether you are joining us here in our sanctuary at 4 Points by Sheridan, or you have chosen to invite us into your homes through the power of live streaming, we are very glad that we are here together on this absolutely stunning autumn day. Our center, the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living, is part of a larger organization called Centers for Spiritual Living. And Centers for Spiritual Living is a practical and positive philosophy, faith, and way of life, a global community of over 450 spiritual centers, teaching chapters, and focus ministries in over 30 countries worldwide. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Dusty Rippelmeyer, and I have the honor and the privilege of being this community's spiritual director. Our community is the spiritual home for a diverse group of people who are seeking a deep and abiding connection, not only with each other, but with that is greater than we are. Our purpose is to inspire, educate, and empower individuals to experience themselves as unique and individualized expressions of God. We do this within a sacred and supportive community that welcomes everyone just as they are. Our mission is the transformation of our personal lives and to being a powerful and beneficial presence on the planet. We do this through celebration, study, service, fellowship, and the energy of unconditional love. And our vision is a world that actually does work for all. We do this by consciously practicing the truth of our oneness and unity with God in our everyday lives. No matter where you are on your spiritual path, no matter where you are today, you are always welcome here. Now, our flower dedication, for those of you who may not know, we have a flower dedication every time we're here in the sanctuary. And our flower dedication today is for all of those people that are celebrating their birthdays in November. If that is you, please raise your hand. Yeah, all right. Woohoo! So I invite everyone, and there's probably some people out there too, so I invite everyone to put their hands out to everyone that is celebrating a birthday in November and repeat after me. We see you. We know who you really are. We celebrate your arrival on the planet. We are grateful for your presence in our community. And we absolutely love you. All right, so please, everybody, join us. And for those of you that are at home, you have time to be able to get into your car and join us at Firebirds after the service for a lunch bunch in honor of all of those people celebrating their birthdays in November. We'll join back together again after our craft sale, and we'll be there about 12:45. So please consider coming joining us for that. I also have an invitation for two very special events. On Wednesday, November 5th, and on Sunday, November 30th, we will be coming together as a community to do some visioning for the next highest and best expression of the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living. Reverend Dr. Sonny Cantrell Smith, who is the spiritual director of the larger organization, Centers for Spiritual Living, will be joining us to facilitate the process on Wednesday, November 5th. And Reverend Daryl Jones, who has a special focus ministry called Soul Gym, will facilitate the session on Sunday, November 30th. Now, the process that we're going to be doing is called visioning, and visioning is different from visualization. So visioning is a spiritual practice or a technology, as Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith describes it, that allows us to move into a space of deep listening, allows us to enter into a meditative space and to allow ourselves to open our inner ears to hear our own inner wisdom, to listen for a download from the divine. It's a process by which we train ourselves to be able to hear, feel, see, and catch God's plan for our life, or in this case, God's plan for the Triangle Center for Spiritual Living. It's a way of discovering direction and a way of discovering clarity. Reverend Beckwith says it is based on the idea that we are not here to tell God what to do or to ask God for things, but to be absolutely available for what God is already doing, to open ourselves up to catch what's already happening. Now, visioning relies on the inner knower, the divinity within us, our intuition. So it's ever present and always available, but in order for us to tap into it, we have to be receptive to it. And in order to be receptive to it, we have to enter into that meditative space. We have to become quiet enough so that we can hear that still small voice within us. We have to let go of anything that prevents the idea from expressing through us. So we let go of our own ideas in order to be a blank slate and to be open and available for what God is trying to express for us. So through visioning, we are able to see, right? See, hear, feel, taste, touch the divine insight that is ever available to us. So put these on your calendar. Wednesday, November 7th from 7 o'clock to 8:30, and Sunday, November 30th from 10 o'clock until 11:30. We will be on Zoom, and we will use our Wednesday Zoom link. And that Wednesday Zoom link is on our website, and it's also on the Wednesday newsletter. So please consider joining us for one or both of these very special events. They are very important for the future of our center and our community. So please come and join us for that. That's 10 o'clock until 11:30 on Sunday, November 30th. No, it's all on Zoom. Both of the events are on Zoom, so you can just participate from the comfort of your own homes. Any other questions about that? You can attend both or either one or the other, depending upon your own schedules and what's available to you. But, you know, you could get a little bit on Wednesday, and then you could get a little bit more on Sunday, so it's all good. Now please welcome Sean Chalky and Eileen Proctor to the platform for the rest of our announcements.
Hi, Sean. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Sean and I meet up. You've heard of same time next year. This is same time next month. We do this once a month, and
Once a month,
we're
yeah.
glad to tell you some of the announcements that we have for our church. So first, some upcoming events. Take out your pens and write it down. November 9th and November 16th, online only. So Facebook Live and or YouTube. And then on Sunday, November 23rd, we're having a special gratitude service. It's going to be online only, and it's from 10 to 11:30. So no meditation that morning. It's going to be strictly the special gratitude service. And all three of those services are going to be online only. The first two, meditation at 9:45 and service at 10:15, and then the special gratitude service, online only, 10 to 11:30. If you didn't have a pen, it's on our website, trianglecsl.org. Sean.
Good morning, everybody. I wasn't going to say much today, but I have got to say it. What I had on my mind when I woke up this morning was the song, "It's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new dawn, and I feel good." Yeah. Well, you know me, whenever I'm feeling good, I consider you a part of me. I want you to feel good. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. What I say is that where we are, their spirit is. We have to bring our joy. If you're not feeling good today, it's up to you. You can do it. You can make yourself feel good. In the song, it's the word I. Normally, I don't like the word I, but this time I'm liking the word I, because I realized it's up to me. It's up to me to feel good. If I want to feel down, I can feel down. But today, I want to feel good, and I want you to feel good with me. Y'all, my job is to do the announcements. So let me do the announcement, okay?
Wait, let me just say this. He doesn't only feel good, but doesn't he look good? Come on.
Okay. On Thanksgiving Day, we will once again be hosting a Thanksgiving Day potluck. It is a beautiful opportunity to come together, to share our gratitude, to break bread together, and to deepen our love for each other and our community. Reverend Dusty will be preparing the turkeys. You are invited to make some delicious sides and or desserts to share. Okay? This is being held in Cary, which we will share once you RSVP. Plan to bring your dishes at 1. Our plan is to pray in the meal at 2. RSVP to info at trianglecsl.org, hosted by Heather, always. Please consider joining us.
And when you RSVP, tell us how many people, because, we're going to have to help Dusty bring in all the turkeys to fill everybody's bellies. So let's make sure you tell us that too. All right, so those of you in the sanctuary today and those of you who are going to hop in the car at the end of this great service, we want you to head over before lunch bunch and check out the TCSL craft and gift sale at the back of the room. Everybody say, ooh, and ah, yeah. I'm really shocked at how fantastic it looks back there. This is going to be your chance to pick up some unique holiday, birthday, or other special occasion gift items for those special people in your life. And there's nobody more special than you, so feel free to buy something for yourself while you're at it, okay? So what we have there is, we've got vintage costume jewelry and collectibles from Susan Kaler. Unbelievable. You're going to be able to pick up some great bargains there. We have got an original Christmas story in a book form authored by Carol Cross and illustrated by our own Madison Sugg. We have got the handmade epoxy resin creations, including Christmas ornaments, spiritual items, and other beautiful and affordable items. And of course, the entire Phoebe the Wagamuffet illustrated children's book series with personal signings by moi. So we sure do hope that you will stick around and take advantage of these wonderful items, because whether we like it or not, the holidays are coming and we got to be ready with those gifts. So see you back there after services.
Sound good? Okay. Join us for our Wednesday evening services for 2025. The evening is called The Wednesday Experience, a look at life through meditations, musings, metaphysics, and magic. It is really a wonderful opportunity to come together, deepen our practice with one another, have our voice be heard, and hear inspiring shares by like-minded people. The service will be held on Zoom from 7 p.m. until 8:15 p.m. Okay, before moving on, we would like to thank Mary Ann Hardy for her beautiful meditation that expanded the container that our service unfolds within. Thank you, Mary Ann. And now, please welcome her back to the stage. And do remember, it's a new day, it's a new dawn, and we all feel good here today, all right? Oh, yeah. Okay, so.
All right, we've had a pep rally. Yay! The theme for the year 2025 is Rising Higher, Growing Deeper. Our theme for the month of November is Loving the Unlikable. And Rev Dusty's message is Decoding Unlikability. So please welcome Kevin and Susan Kaler, who are going to help us with this ceremony. The Triangle Center for Spiritual Living honors the diversity and threads of truth that run through all spiritual paths as represented by this ceremony. Christianity is the path of Christ, love, and forgiveness. Buddhism is the path of compassion and understanding. Judaism is the ethical path of living by sacred law. Baha'i is the path of unity and peace. Islam is the path of submission to the will of God, the highest calling. Confucianism is the path of deliberate tradition. Taoism is the natural way, the path of ultimate reality. Native American practice and shamanic traditions of the path of primal spirituality. Shintoism is the path of tribal ancestry. Hinduism is the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. Science of mind and spirit is the path of the divine principle of love and law. And the heart represents the one heart, the one love that resides at the center of all people and all beings everywhere, with no exception. May peace prevail on earth through the followers of all paths. And so it is. And now I'd like to invite up practitioner Barbara Kane.
Good morning, my darlings. I don't know about you, but I sure do love this fall weather. It's my favorite. And I would like you to join me in, did any of you read Stranger in a Strange Land? Grokking the beauty of the moment. So close your outer eyes while I speak a blessing on the service. Today is a good God day. Today we recognize the beauty, the truth, the abundance, the love, the light, the joy, the compassion, the strength that's the truth about the one spirit, the one light, the one love, the one God. And that truth, that beauty, that compassion, that love is within each of us. And as an expression of the one, it is also throughout our community, throughout our nation, and throughout the world. And I know that our work today, that our experience today broadens our understanding of these truths. And so from this place, I speak a blessing on this beautiful morning, on this service, and on our wonderful Reverend Dusty as she brings the words that we all need to hear. I speak a blessing that she experiences, an upliftment for her own self. I speak a blessing on Sandy Hemingway as he brings his wonderful gifts of music and song. I speak a blessing on Ava and Heather, that we couldn't be coming out to you on the airwaves, if that's what it is, without them. I speak a blessing on all the wonderful volunteers that helped create the service here today, Sean and Eileen, for their very enthusiastic announcements. And I speak a blessing on all of you, knowing that we are having the moment that we need to have right now. And I release this word into the law of love, the law that only ever says yes, and so it is. And I'm afraid that this wonderful author's name may be beyond my ability to pronounce it, but I'm going to try. Swami Shinmayananda. He says, if one can give up likes and dislikes, the world becomes double the space for us to move about. Then we do not go about chasing half the things and running away from the other half. And so it is. And now I would love to reintroduce the wonderful, talented Sandy Hemingway.
Thank you. So this is a song I wrote quite a number of years ago. It's called Unconditionally.
Work was bad today. It made me want to swear. At home I find my favorite chair in pieces. The rage is building. I so want to explode. Then I'm fixed by Chili's loving sofa stare. The first time that we met, those puppy kisses on my face. They brought me joy beyond compare. Who really cares about a chair? Women understand the trials of motherhood, the aching back and nausea each morning. The pain is building, it comes at her in waves. When her child appears, she knows that all is good. Wrapped my infant smiles and motherhood's a tiny babe. So thankful all went as it should. She will remember only good. Do not judge in any way as we live together. Day by day, imagine just how good life could be if we all would love unconditionally. Back in '69, when I was still a child, the world was filled with hatred and confusion. Thousands were protesting while our boys went off to war. Then the anger stopped, if only for a while. One small step for man, and for a day the world was whole. A giant leap is ours if we just try. So pray with me for all mankind. Do not judge in any way as we live together. Day by day, imagine just how good life could be if we all would love unconditionally. 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 Thank you.
Some perfect song for today, in fact. So welcome to those of you who may have just arrived in the sanctuary or turned on your television sets or computers at home. The theme for the month of November is Loving the Unlikable, and my message is Decoding Unlikability. Okay, so see that little banner down there, Decoding Unlikability with Reverend Dusty Rippelmeyer. Now, how many of you are okay with the way that unlikability is spelled? Yeah, and you don't have to, you don't have to raise your hands, and I certainly can't see hands being raised out there. But, I mean, right off the bat, we're bringing up this idea of likes and dislikes because some people would like it better if we had the E in there. When I wrote the PowerPoint, I had an E in there. CSL sent it with an E in there, but apparently in the United States, more people spell it without the E. But Babs will be happy to hear in the UK, they spell it with the E. So just like, while you're sitting here, this message has already begun. Not only because Sean got up here and preached, but because of the fact that you're sitting there in some amount of happiness or some amount of displeasure because of the way that word is spelled. Are you not? Be honest. All right, so decoding unlikability is the process of extracting meaning, right, or usable information from a code or from written symbols or from spoken word or an electronic signal. Now, unlikability, however you spelled it, is the quality of being unlikable. Don't you just love it when the dictionary does that? The quality of being unlikable. Well, unlikable refers to a person or a thing or a situation or certain qualities that are unpleasant or not appealing, right? And therefore do not bring up feelings of liking or affection or admiration in ourselves or in anybody else. Now, we all have preferences. We all have likes and dislikes, things that, we want to come into our life and things that we do not want to come into our life. And we all have judgments around those preferences. It's really a part of our human journey. While there's nothing wrong with having preferences, with liking some things and disliking certain other things, the challenge arises when we believe that everybody else should feel exactly the same way that we do. This is not the case. As the proverb says, one person's trash is another person's treasure. And as I was preparing for my message today, I ran across a number of articles, actually really quite a few articles that spoke about unlikable kinds of qualities that some people have. Complaining, negativity, bragging, lack of empathy, gossiping, one-upping, monopolizing conversations, dishonesty, and so on ad nauseum. There was like a zillion of them. And the question that comes up for me is, who's doing the judging and why do they think they get to judge? There's a phenomenon called stereotype incongruity. Now, I don't know if anybody has heard of this before. It was pretty kind of the first time I ever really heard about it. But it occurs when a person's behavior or personality traits deviate from the stereotypes or the expectations associated with their particular demographic. So when someone's behavior doesn't align with what others expect, then it can lead to tension or discomfort because it actually challenges our stereotypes, challenges our preferences, challenges our likes and dislikes. For example, I think about some producers or some directors or some singers, and perhaps you have in your mind or will have in your mind, or politicians, or actually anybody in a leadership position. And they are perhaps very passionate or determined or aggressive or demanding perfectionists. Now, often, if they are a man, they're called a great leader. If they are a woman, they're called something entirely different than that. Now, this is certainly not always the case, but often enough that the incongruity can result in different perceptions and different reactions and different ways of treating that person that is standing there in front of us. But how do we know who that person really is if we have an already predetermined, predecided idea about who they are based on stereotypes of their race or their gender or their politics or their religion or their culture or their birthplace? how would we get to really know them if we hold them at arm's length because of our initial perceptions, because of our likes and dislikes? Another truth is that perhaps that person that is standing in front of us is a mirror for us. A mirror that really shows us that there's something within us that needs to be discovered and uncovered, right? Perhaps we are in relationship with them because there's something within both of us that needs to be healed, that needs to be shifted and changed so that we can both grow and evolve, right? Sometimes our greatest teacher is that person or that relationship or that experience that we dislike the most. Well, there's nothing wrong with having preferences, with having certain likes and certain dislikes. The challenge arises when we assume that just because we dislike something, that something has to be inherently unlikable. This is also not the case. I know that I'm not saying anything new, that in our teaching we believe in oneness, that everyone is a divine emanation of God, created in its image and likeness, and that all beings are inherently worthy. Any sentient being that is on the planet is significant and important to the whole, that all life contributes to the planet in some way, shape, or form, even though we might not be able to see it in that particular moment. The invitation is to know that there is absolutely no hierarchy in life, and that all humanity is simply another aspect of God expressing itself. Oneness. Living our lives from this awareness, from this belief, or from this context, there is no such thing as inherently unlikable. But just the individualized expressions that we are experiencing personal preferences. No inherent unlikability, personal preferences only. Nothing in God could possibly be unlikable. And when we embrace this understanding, we can live and act from a place of unconditional love that Sandy sang about. Well, there's nothing wrong with having preferences, with liking some things and disliking other things. The challenge arises when we do not allow ourselves to shift away from viewing the world only through our personal lenses. Instead, the invitation is to really periodically reevaluate our likes and dislikes and allow ourselves to be open, to be wide open to a new way of thinking. This thing that we do about always dashing towards what we like and running away from what we dislike is an all-consuming preoccupation in the material world. In an article called Detaching from Likes and Dislikes for Your Spiritual Growth, the author Manisha Malania writes, "You see, the challenge is not simply the like and dislikes, but the dependency that comes along with it. Our happiness depends on having things a certain way. This dependency creates desires, cravings, and agitations in the mind that take away our peace. We can't stay still until we move away from what we don't want and get what we want." Last week, I watched a Hallmark series about a place called Cary Lane. I don't know why y'all are laughing. But I watched this Hallmark series, and it was made up of 3 movies that they showed back to back to back. And they looked at 9 different families that lived at number 7 Cary Lane. And they lived at number 7 Cary Lane over a period of 70 years. Now, it was really fun because throughout the 3 movies and the 3 different vignettes that they showed, you got to see how entwined the families actually were throughout the years, and that miracles happened because of their interconnection. Now, the first movie was called Season's Greetings from Cherry Lane, and the time frame was 2003. And the story was about a newly married couple who were always in agreement about everything. In the movie, they choose to host the 2 sets of in-laws for Christmas Eve for the very first time. This was something they really, really wanted to do, and they were very excited about it. But as you can imagine, kind of went to hell pretty quickly. Now, each set of the in-laws wanted their own rituals that they had always had over a lifetime of celebrating Christmas Eve. They wanted to hang the same decorations. They wanted the same kind of Christmas tree. They wanted to do the same activities throughout the day, and they wanted the same kind of food. Now, one set of in-laws wanted to watch football, while the others wanted to sing Christmas songs around the piano. One set wanted to hang a beautiful green Christmas wreath in the front window, while the other set wanted to hang a wooden star. One family wanted ham, and the other wanted turkey. One wanted mashed potatoes and gravy, while the other wanted scallop potatoes. One wanted green beans, while the other wanted stuffing. One only wanted those canned cranberries, while the other wanted to make theirs from scratch. I think you're kind of getting the drift. Yes? Neither side would budge. Neither side would budge. And the really amazing thing is that they were willing to ruin the experience for their children. They were really willing to ruin the experience for themselves. So much so that the 4 in-laws went out to the store, and they came back with probably no less than 45 bags of groceries because they each had to buy exactly what they wanted to eat, not even considering that their children only had a very small kitchen and only 1 stove. None of it mattered. Only their own individual likes and dislikes, their own demands. And clearly each couple felt like theirs were way more important than the other couples. Now, I know everybody might be thinking that this is just simply a silly little Hallmark movie, but I bet if everybody were to really think about maybe your beginnings as a couple with your partner, that maybe you were in a similar situation at some point in time or another. Now, I mean, if people can't let loose their preferences, can't let loose that stranglehold that they have on their likes and dislikes when they're simply talking about food or activities or things, decorations to hang, and that they're having this discussion in the middle of the Christmas season, which is supposed to be about love and peace and joy, then how could we ever find common ground and create a world that works for all when we're talking about the bigger things? Manisha Melania writes, the greater the intensity of the likes and dislikes, the greater will be our disappointment and sorrow in the absence of the things that we like, or anger and agitation in the presence of something that we dislike. Now, spoiler alert, Ed, close your ears. It's a Hallmark movie, so you all know that it all works together beautifully in the last 15 minutes. So never fear. It's all good. While there's nothing wrong with having preferences and liking some things and disliking other things, the challenge arises when we use them to harm instead of considering that we enhance our awareness or enhance our understanding or enhance our knowledge of the people and the things that we dislike in order to be able to find some common ground. The invitation is to notice our personal preferences and to discover how entrenched we actually are in them, and to work towards distancing ourselves from them a little bit. By doing so, we might discover that many people like and even love the things that we dislike. And what do we know? What do they know that we perhaps don't know? Detaching ourselves from our preferences opens us up to a more inclusive and accepting world. It strengthens our relationships with others, and it really allows us to appreciate that personal likes and dislikes contribute to the diversity and the richness of the planet. Not just our preferences and our dislikes and likes, but everybody's. Everybody's. There's nothing wrong with having preferences and with liking certain things and disliking certain other things. The challenge arises when we believe that we need to get or experience what we want and to not get or experience what we do not want in order to be happy. The underlying truth, however, is that it is not things or people or circumstances that can make us happy. It is not those things. There's a story that speaks to this. You may have heard it before, but it's a good one. One day in late summer, an old farmer was working in his field with his old sick horse. The farmer felt compassion for the horse and desired to lift its burden. So he let the horse go into the mountains to live out the rest of his life. Soon after, neighbors from a nearby village visited, offering their condolences. What a shame. Now your only horse is gone. How unfortunate you are. And the farmer replied, who knows? We shall see. 2 days later, the old horse came back with 12 new, younger, and healthy horses, which followed the old horse into the corral. Word got out in the village of the farmer's good fortune, and it wasn't long before people stopped by to congratulate the farmer. How fortunate you are, they exclaimed. You must be very happy. And the farmer softly said, who knows? We shall see. At daybreak the next morning, the farmer's only son set off to attempt to train the new wild horses, but was thrown to the ground and broke his leg. One by one, the villagers arrived during the day to bemoan the farmer's latest misfortune. Oh, what a tragedy! Calmly going about his usual business, the farmer answered, who knows? We shall see. Several days later, a war broke out, and the emperor's men arrived in the village demanding that the young men come with them to be conscripted into the emperor's army. As it happened, the farmer's son was deemed unfit because of his broken leg. What good fortune you have, the villagers exclaimed as their own sons were marched away. You must be very happy. Who knows? We shall see, he said. As it turned out, the other young village boys had died in the war, and the old farmer and his son were the only able-bodied men capable of working the village lands. The old farmer became wealthy and was very generous to the villagers. They said, oh, how fortunate we are. You must be very happy. To which the old farmer replied, who knows? We shall see. What if we didn't have specific likes and dislikes? What if we didn't? Perhaps We would not depend on anything outside of ourselves. We would not give our power away or our ability to be happy or our really innate desire to live in joy. Perhaps our happiness would not depend on certain things and not having other things, or on people behaving in a certain way or not behaving in a certain way. No one single person could irritate us or annoy us. We would not feel that there was only one way to be happy, that our happiness was dependent upon getting that promotion or having a certain amount of money in the bank or having a house on a lake. Our happiness could show up at any time and anywhere, or perhaps even all of the time, everywhere. Who would we rather be? A cranky, disgruntled, unhappy, dare I say, unlikable person, grumbling and complaining that things are not going the way that we want them to be going, or a joyful, peaceful, open, and dare I say, likable kind of person who is able to calmly look at the situation and to accept things the way that they are, knowing that everything is transient and that we truly do live in a world that is for us and never against us. My guess is that we would probably choose the latter. But I also know that it's not always the easiest choice. The invitation is to take baby steps towards living from this space. We may not be able to shift immediately from dislike to love, but what about if we were to cultivate respect? Respect, for example, for something that we may never personally like, while acknowledging and honoring the significance and the necessity of its existence. Our belief in oneness affirms that personal dislikes do not diminish the right of anyone or anything else to exist. The underlying question is, can we see the presence of God in everything and everyone? The recognition of this truth invites us to be open and available to the myriad of experiences and relationships that come our way. Not calling them good or bad or right or wrong, but allowing ourselves to simply be present to whatever is ours to learn, to just be open and available. The invitation is to stop instinctively running, to stop instinctively eliminating or avoiding something that we dislike when we encounter it, but rather to seek to understand and to accept it. This will truly go far. It will truly go far for us individually and collectively as we continue to do whatever we can do to create a world that works for all. And so it is. And so it is. So I invite everyone to turn within, to turn our attention away from the material world away from the external and all of our preferences and likes and dislikes, and turn our attention inward to that space and place that is the very essence of unconditional love, of peace, of joy, of acceptance, of understanding, of respect, of inclusivity, of wholeness, of oneness. To know that that space is really and truly who we are at our very core. God is within us and surrounding us. Not some external being on a cloud somewhere doling out judgments and punishments, but just being loving presence. This is the image of who we are, who we get to be, who we came to be on the planet at this time in our own unique and individualized way. We are all spiritual beings having a human incarnation. And I claim for each of us that there is a way of living from that open space, from that backdrop of unconditional love, to really be able to take the time to look at our preferences, to look at our underlying beliefs, to look at our likes and dislikes, and to be able, if not to turn them into love, but to find a way to see the presence of God in the situation, see the presence of God in the relationship, see the presence of God in that person standing across from us, and to find a way to respect, to honor, to welcome, to envelop, to embrace, and to know that it takes a community to fill a world. It takes everything to be this wholeness that we are at our very core. And I'm so grateful to know this truth and to speak these words. So grateful for the power of prayer, knowing that these words are loosed into a law that only ever says yes. That my words are clothed in form even as they are spoken. And so I speak them and I release them into that law, letting go and letting God be God. And I invite everyone to anchor this prayer for yourselves, for each other, for our community, and for the world, simply by saying, and so it is. And so it is. Amen. Thank you all. It is now time for our conscious giving. The Triangle Center for Spiritual Living is sustained by the giving of our time, talent, and treasure. And this is a time every week when we offer financial support to assist this community to continue to be a beacon of light and love for ourselves and others. Together we affirm the truth that today's offering lifts this spiritual community, prospers the one giving, and adds to the energy of sufficiency on the planet. There are 3 ways that you can give. They're on your screen here in the room or on your screen at home. Visit our website at trianglecsl.org. You can text the word give to 919-629-9148, or you can actually mail your gift to our PO Box 4062, Cary, North Carolina 27519. I invite everyone in this moment to turn within while I speak a word of blessing on this offering, knowing that the process itself is an opportunity to stand in an expanded view of all of the ways that we are abundant, and to focus our attention on all of this abundance by practicing sharing and giving. That by recognizing our good and being able to give some of it away, we enter into the law of circulation and participate in the powerful flow of the universe. I know that as each of us enters into this eternal flow of giving and receiving, that the gift we give comes back to us. The blessing and the blessed are one. Thank you all for your gift, and thank you, God, for the gift of each and every single one of you. And so it is. And now please welcome back to his piano the amazing Sandy Hemingway.
The road is long with many a winding turn that leads us to who knows where, who knows where. But I'm strong enough to carry him. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. So on we go. His welfare is my concern. for me. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. If I'm laden at all, I'm laden with sadness that everyone's heart isn't filled with the gladness of love for one another. It's a long, long road from which there is no return. While we're on our way to there, why not share? And the Lord doesn't weigh me down at all. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. Thank you.
As always, so beautiful. Thank you so much, Sandy. And now, in the comfort of your own home or here, please stand for our November affirmation. We can't see you at home, but we know you're standing. This is a call and response. Please repeat it with meaning. I absolutely believe in oneness and unconditional love. I affirm that there is no hierarchy of life. Humanity is simply another aspect of spirit expressing itself. As I shift from viewing the world through my personal lens, I recognize that all life contributes positively to our planet.
As I shift from viewing the world through my personal lens, I recognize that all life contributes positively to our planet.
Detaching from my personal preferences opens me up to a more inclusive and accepting world.
Detaching from my personal preferences opens me up to a more inclusive and accepting world.
Today I choose to express love to everyone and everything, and so it
I choose to express love to everyone and everything.
and so it is. I'm just going to add a word in every so often. Okay. So, let's close our outer eyes if you feel comfortable doing that, and recognize in this moment the depth of what we've all been able to experience here today. That we recognize that this plethora of ideas helps us open our understanding in a greater way. That we know that the truth is that God is love, that God is in, as, and through each of us, and that God is in, as, and through everything. And so as we recognize this, as we go forward in our lives today, into our families, into our communities, we're looking for that God in everything. And so I know that this recognizing the God in everything and everyone helps us to align with liking and not needing to dislike anything. And so this opens just a greater scope of what's available to love and to experience, and to add just joy and depth to our lives. And so I speak these words knowing that this is a beautiful thing for all of us, and so it is.
So it is. So it is. Thank you very much, Ava and Heather, Babs and Mary Ann and Sandy, for your beautiful music, and for each and every single one of you here, and for everybody out there for supporting us today by your presence. Please come and join us at Firebirds as we celebrate the November birthdays. And then remember, Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, the 5th, we will be doing the first of 2 visionings. Reverend Dr. Sonny Cantrell-Smith will be joining us and facilitating the visioning itself. So please come and join us as we all, individually and collectively, download the highest and best idea for our center moving forward. Have an absolutely magnificent day, a wonderful week, and know that I love you all madly.